Hey there, welcome back. Friends, in this video we will talk about Hibernate validator. Now friends, what exactly is a Hibernate validator? This enables us to add some validation rules directly on the model, and this is very handy. I will show you the usage of this validator in our forthcoming videos, but as of now let us configure our application so that we can use it with our current existing application. So in here, if I click on submit, we have added couple of things, for example required rule and also a placeholder, which is good enough but not very good. There are like few more things which we have to and we will do in our forthcoming videos. So let us quickly navigate to Google Chrome and simply Google for Hibernate validator Maven and click on the first search result. Now friends, when you will click on this first search result, it will give you this warning. So if there is any kind of warning, so simply click on the warning. Now this warning or this note is because this artifact is moved to a different location. So click on this link which will redirect you to a different location. Here we go. And now again we will get the same list, which is cool enough. Now in here, go with the latest version, which is final. So there are like alpha versions again, but we will go with the final version. So take a note of it. Apart from that, when you will be like configuring your application, you might get a later version compared to the version we are going to use. So feel free to use the later version. It should definitely work. So click on this link. And in here again there is this warning that a new version is available, but we don't want the alpha version. We will go with this version only. Now friends, if I copy this Maven like dependency and that would be okay, but if you scroll down, there are a couple of more things. These are like compiled dependencies and these are very important. And whenever we make use of Maven, this is the beauty of Maven. Maven will add these dependencies as well. So we need not to worry about anything else. This single dependency will work for us. So now let me minimize this. And now let me open the pom.xml file. Let me expand this. And in here, I will simply paste the dependency as the last dependency in the list of dependencies. Check out the placement. We are adding the dependency just before closing the dependencies tag, right? So let me paste it in here. Let me format things a little and let me save the changes. Now Maven will add the jars, and if I show you the resources folder, libraries, Maven dependencies, then you would be able to see a couple of additional dependencies like classmate, JBoss, validator API, Hibernate validator. All of these stuff are added by Maven. So that is fantastic. Now moving forward, once we have all the dependencies, let us add a very simple rule that the name should not be more than 10 characters and less than 5 characters. So here is a very simple rule. So how we will add it? It is very simple. We will navigate to source and we will open our model. So take a note of it. Here is our model. Now when we make use of validator, it is always a good practice to keep every variable independent. So let us quickly do that. So I will hit enter after adding a semicolon, and as of now let us mark this name as independent. We will make the remaining variables independent later. And now the rule will be added based on this particular variable. This is interesting. So in here we will add the size annotation. Let me stop the web server to start with. So in here there is this annotation size. Let me add the required dependency, and the dependency would be based on javax.validation.constraints. And now if I show you, there are a couple of things, for example min, max, message, groups, right? So in here we will give the min rule that the number of characters should be 5 or above, and let us also add the max value as maybe 10, right? So now the length of this name should be in between 5 and 10. That's the rule. Now by adding this annotation is not good enough, we need to do something special again. Let me show you. So in here we need to open up our controller, and in here inside this controller we need to add couple of things. Firstly, we need to add the valid annotation. So it would be like valid. Let me hover upon this, and v of valid needs to be in uppercase. And now we will add the required package, which is javax.validation. All right. And now there is something known as binding result. So it would be like binding result. Let me try to autocomplete. There is a typo. Now let me try to autocomplete. It is not giving me the appropriate, what we say, autocomplete feature. Let me try it now. Okay, there is a typo. All right, it's binding result. All right, so I have made a typo. That is okay. All right, so now based on this result we can calculate, we can validate our result. So in here it works like this. It would be like if result dot has errors. In that case, as of now, we will do what? We will simply display a message on the console, and it would be like has errors, right? So by checking this message on the console, we would be able to understand whether our application is working as expected or not. So now that's it. So here are the steps. Firstly, we need to add the rule on the model, and once it is done, we have to add this annotation valid on the method where we are submitting the form, right? So we are adding the valid method in here. Then we need to bind the result. We need to bind the result so that we can check the result, and once we get the result, we can use this has errors method, and if there is any error based on this rule, then the if part will be there. The if part will simply run. Now how to handle it perfectly is something which we will see in our forthcoming videos. So let us quickly run this application. This will take a couple of seconds. Alright, so the application is up and running. Cool, nice stuff. Let me add my name. So my name consists of 6 characters. So this falls in between 5 to 10 character size. So this is perfectly okay. This should not give us any kind of error. I haven't visited any of these countries, but let me select Bhutan, accept the agreement. Let me click on submit, and here is the output. Perfect. There is absolutely no issues. There is no logs on the console. But for example, I try to add some other values like Mia, female from Ireland, visited country Germany, and click on submit. Then here is the error. Now friends, we are successful in checking whether there is a error or not, but in later down the line videos we will try to understand how to handle the errors in a better manner. Alright, so that's it for today. I suppose you guys enjoyed this video. It was a very simple video though, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.